Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another virtual Sabre Awards event. Hopefully, our last virtual event. It would be great to be back in Mexico or Brazil next year with a live event and all of you present. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen this year. Now, I wanted to start the evening not on a depressing note of here we are in the digital realm still after 18 months of lockdown and travel restrictions, but with some good news about the public relations industry, and I do think there's plenty to share. The first good news, which is purely parochial, is that the volume of Sabre entries this year has been entirely consistent with previous years. We didn't see a decline. Perhaps more interesting to all of you is the fact that we didn't see any decline in quality either. The work that we saw this year was just as creative, just as well executed, just as strategically on point as anything that we've seen in previous years. That was interesting to me because I'd always heard that public relations agencies needed to get teams together all in one place, bounce creative ideas off each other in an environment that was designed to stimulate big thinking. It appears that we can all do good thinking on Zoom screens in each other's kitchens and living rooms. So that was good news to me, and hopefully to all of you, that the standards of creativity didn't decline at all in a very difficult and challenging environment. The other good news, which I think probably portends even better things for the future of our business, is that all of the exciting developments that we've seen over the last 4 or 5 years in our industry continued even though times were tough. I've been doing this for an awful long time, more than 3 decades. In previous declines, I have always seen our industry's budgets and our clients' commitment to things like CSR hit rather hard by downturns. That didn't happen in this decline. The PR industry held up extremely well, certainly compared to advertising and other disciplines. And client commitment to purpose, to the idea that their marketing efforts had to be driven by values and mission, didn't deteriorate at all over the course of the year. So clients remained thoroughly committed to doing the right thing, even though times were tough and there was a lot of pressure on the bottom line. And I think that makes the case that our profession and its work on reputation is going to be even more valuable going forward when things get back to normal. I'm very optimistic, as I always am, to be honest, about the future of our business. I think we are demonstrating more than ever before how much value we add to the organizations we serve and how much clients have come to understand that public relations, reputation management, employee communications, crisis management, brand building, and purpose-driven marketing are absolutely vital to their bottom line and are making a huge difference. And we're much better at measuring that than we've ever been before. And that was certainly reflected in the entries that we saw from Latin America. Even the developing markets in Latin America, the smaller markets in Latin America, are now producing great work that stands in comparison to anything we see in the larger markets of London and New York and Hong Kong and Beijing, Frankfurt, Toronto, and all of those world capitals. So You guys should be very proud of the work that is nominated here tonight, and especially proud, obviously, of those campaigns that go on to win Sabre Awards this evening. With that having been said, I am going to launch into the presentation of our awards this evening and take you through the various categories where we're recognizing work from across Latin America. Here we go. So welcome to the Sabre Awards Latin America. Before I move on, let me just thank all of our sponsors, PRORP, of course, and the Radical 2021 conference, BCW, Comex, Jeffrey Group, LIC, Banco Azteca, Weber Shandwick, and ZMAT. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you all also to our judges. I say this every year, but they do a lot of work for absolutely no reward. They read everything that we present to them, and that's incredibly challenging. They spend a lot of time considering the winners. They pick some great campaigns. And thank you very much to all of those who devoted their time this year. We're going to start with the Diamond Sabre Awards, which recognize excellence for communications in the C-suite. We're going to start with our Company of the Year Award. In this category, the Sabre goes to Planet Love, PepsiCo with Jeffrey Group. Category Superior Achievement in Brand Building. In this category, we had 3 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Lupe, IKEA with Weber Shandwick, Momentum, and MRM. In the category for Superior Achievement in Reputation Management, we also had 3 finalists, and in this category, the Sabre goes to Transforming the Present to Protect the Future, Tetra Pak with Jeffrey Group. In the category for Superior Achievement in Research and Planning, again, 3 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Bora Testa, Latam Intersect PR. Now on to our geographic categories. And first up is one of the big 2 markets for us in Latin America, Mexico. We identified 5 finalists in this category, and the Sabre goes to Lupe, IKEA with Weber Shandwick, Momentum, and MRM. From the Caribbean, a growing category, the Sabre goes to Helado Positivo, Banco Popular Dominicano. Another growing region, Central America, and the Sabre goes to Together We Are Heroes, Digicel Panama with LIC. In Argentina, we had 5 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Building Health Together with the Community, Fundación Mundo Sano. In Brazil, the other big market for public relations in Latin America, we have 5 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Avon, That's My Shade, The Movement, Integrated Communication Strategy and Plan, Avon with Zeno Group Brazil. And in the rest of South America, all those other markets that are doing great work, we again have 5 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Converse City Forest, Converse with MGC. In the multi-market category, again, we have 5 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Salud Sin Pausa, Janssen Latam with Edelman Colombia. Now we move on to the practice areas. All of those practices in which our industry is doing such vital work. And the first is business-to-business marketing. There are 5 finalists in this category, and the Sabre goes to digital presence and omni-channel service in the COVID-19 pandemic, Fortix with Via News. In the category for cause-related marketing, there are 3 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Keep Family Close, Kentucky Fried Chicken with Edelman, Mexico. In the corporate image category, we have 5 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Planet Love, PepsiCo with Jeffrey Group. In the category corporate social responsibility, 3 finalists, and the Sabre goes to hashtag Ponte un mi piel la Fabril Jabon Duet with Lick McCann. In the category crisis issues management, there are 3 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Los Cabos with Care, Los Cabos Tourism Board with Lick. In the category for digital campaign, there are 5 finalists, and the Sabre goes to What a Hellmans, Unilever Hellmans with Edelman Brazil. In the category for employee communications, a huge category this year because of all the work that came about communicating with employees during the COVID crisis, we have 3 exceptional finalists. And the Sabre goes to A Transformational Journey, Bayer with Jeffrey Group. In the category for influencer marketing, there are 5 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Dolor a mis espaldas, Novartis with Weber Shandwick, McCann, and MRM. In the integrated marketing category, we have 5 finalists, and the Sabre goes to 100 Kilometers of Prevention, Liga contra el Cáncer Peru with Orange 360. Marketing to consumers, new product. We have 3 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Lupe, IKEA with Weber Shandwick, Momentum, and MRM. Lupe was a big favorite this year, in case you hadn't figured it out already. In the category of marketing to consumers' existing product, we have 3 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Independent Fund by MG Motors with MGC. In the media relations category, 3 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Bora Testar Latam Intersect PR. In the category for public affairs and government relations, 3 finalists again, and the Sabre goes to Programa Tu Vacuna, Una Vida por Dakota with Orange 360. In the category public education, there are 4 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Narradores de Historias, Una Vida por Dakota with Orange 360. In the category social media campaign, there are 3 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Intensivo de PPK, Canastén with Analog Folk. And finally, in the category special event sponsorship, the Sabre goes to Red Bull Battle of the Cocks, Red Bull Mexico with Another. Now we move on to the agencies of the year. And in the other markets, that's everything outside of Brazil and Mexico, We have 4 finalists. They are CCK, Pizzolante, Smart PR, and Urban Grupo de Comunicación. And the Sabre goes to Urban Grupo de Comunicación. In Brazil, we have 5 finalists: Approach, FSB, Imagem Corporativa, RPMA, and Via News. And the Sabre goes to RPMA. In Mexico, we have 4 finalists. They are Another, Porto Novelli, Weber Shandwick, and Zimat Consultores. And our agency of the year is Zimat Consultores. Finally, our regional agencies of the year, we have 5 finalists here. They are Edelman, Jeffrey Group, Lick, Porto Novelli, and Sherlock Communications. And the Sabre goes to Edelman. Now we move on to our industry sector awards. Lots of activity here. In the associations category, the Sabre goes to Proper Use of Face Masks, the Council for Communication with Zimat Consultores. In the consumer products and services sector, we have 3 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Mecanico Online, ExxonMobil with Weber Shandwick Mexico and MRM. In the fashion and beauty sector, the Sabre goes to Avon, That's My Shade, The Movement, Integrated Communication Strategy and Plan, Avon with Zeno Group Brazil. In the category for financial and professional services, 3 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Changing the World, One Case at a Time, PGMBM with Sherlock Communications. In the food and beverage sector, we have 3 finalists, and the Sabre goes to World Food Day, Kellogg's with Porto Novelli. In the healthcare sector, we have 3 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Intensivada PPK, Caniston with Analog Folk. In the industrial and manufacturing sector, 2 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Unipaime, Unilever Argentina with Urban Grupo de Comunicación. In the media, arts, and entertainment sector, we have 3 finalists, and the Sabre goes to PS5 launch by PlayStation, PlayStation with MGC. In the not-for-profit sector, we have 3 finalists, and the Sabre goes to Por un Perú sin hambre, Banco de Alimentos Peru with Orange 360. In the public sector and government category, we have 2 finalists. And the Sabre goes to Programa Tu Vacuna, Una Vida por Dakota with Orange 360. And in the technology sector, we have 3 finalists. And the Sabre goes to Helping Consumers Stay Safe at Home, McAfee with Via News. And finally, in the travel and leisure sector, where there is plenty of activity despite the difficulties posed by the pandemic, the Sabre goes to the longest virtual Pride Parade, Marriott International with Jeffrey Group. And so that brings us to our final order of business this evening, which is the countdown of the top 5 campaigns of the year in Latin America. These 5 campaigns were all considered for our global Sabre Awards. And when the top 40 global campaigns list is published in a day or two, you'll see at least some of them on there. That's an indication that the best work in Latin America is equal to the best work from anywhere around the world and worthy of recognition alongside our winners from North America, EMEA, and Asia Pacific. The top 5 campaigns of the past 12 months. Coming in at number 5. 100 kilometers of prevention. Liga contra el Cáncer Peru with Orange 360. Our 4th best campaign of the year, Planet Love, PepsiCo with Jeffrey Group. Coming in at number 3. Avon, That's My Shade, The Movement. Avon with Zeno Group Brazil. The 2nd best campaign in all of Latin America last year. Intensivar de PPK, Canisten with Analog Folk. And that leaves us with just the winner. The Platinum Sabre Award for Best in Show 2021 goes to Dolor a mis espaldas, Novartis, with Weber Shandwick, McCann, and MRN. Congratulations to Novartis, congratulations to Weber Shandwick, McCann, and MRN, the winning team. Congratulations to all of our finalists for Best in Show. Congratulations to all of our winners this evening, and congratulations to all of our finalists this year. This was an incredibly competitive Sabre Awards program, and all of the campaigns that you've seen on your screen this evening are worth applauding and recognizing and taking seriously and looking into a little further. All that remains for me is to say thank you very much for attending this event, and to say that we really do hope, that's all of us here at Provoke Media and the Sabre Awards and all of our friends at PRORP and Radical, that when we do this again next year, we'll be able to do it in person. I'll be there to hand out trophies. You'll be there to receive them, and we'll have a really special evening together. Thank you very much indeed, and good evening to all of you.